Let's go for it! I like the dark stuff. Give me the dark stuff. I like the dark stuff. Give me the dark stuff.
Hey everybody, it's me, your buddy Dave, the host here at The Dark Stuff. Thanks a lot for checking out the new video. Much appreciated, as always. So today I'm just going to go over a couple of quick pickups from a new record store that just opened up in Omaha that I'm pretty excited about. And one that I got at somewhere else, which is still a newish store, but not as new as the one that I'm talking to you about. Right, so the new store in Omaha is called Grapefruit Records. Here's a little tote bag they gave me on their opening weekend for buying some stuff. Now, Grapefruit Records is a store as well as a label. They're both owned by longtime underground singer-songwriter Simon Joyner. You may be familiar with his music. If not, you should look it up. I don't know if it's on any of the services. You might have to actually, buy it. He's from Omaha. He's been making records since the early 90s. Been something of a troubadour. He's really hard to pin down in terms of what his... where he is in his career, what he's doing, this and that. He's been able to survive on the underground and thrive on the underground for, almost 30 years at this point. So he's a pretty successful underground artist. He has wanted to put out, have a physical store in addition to his label for a couple of years. I guess the timing was right now as the space opened up. It's down in Omaha's Old Market. It's on 11th and Jackson. And that spot used to be like an antique store / record store that some other guy, who might even be in the VC, I feel like he was at one point, had a little store there that I went to a couple times. But this is a much broader area. So, you walk in and it's like an old school record store. I mean, there's everything from their Grapefruit Records label is one place, and then the rest of it is, divided up by genre. And they have a really good selection. They have lots and lots and lots of stuff, reasonably priced, not out of control pricing, because as we all know, vinyl is pretty out of control. Not quite like lumber or whatever, but I mean, the price on vinyl, especially new, is just unfreaking believable. But all that I got was used stuff. So let's go through quickly what I got. I got this Graham Parker and the Rumors album, Squeezing Out Sparks. Now I think I paid a little too much. It was $10. It's in really good condition. It's Graham Parker's 1979 album. Now I've known about Graham Parker for a long time. Didn't really know any of his music, or I'd never listened to it, or I didn't think I had. So when I put this on, it was essentially my first time listening to it, and it reminded me a lot of Elvis Costello. Same period, late 70s, same sort of angry young nerd or whatever. Although Graham Parker's not that much of a nerd, I guess, but Elvis Costello is maybe too. I don't know. But I don't know. None of the songs clicked with me as much as Elvis does. But again, I spent the first half of my life not liking Elvis Costello, and then the second half of my life worshiping the guy. So it's early yet, but nothing really grabbed me on this. But I would certainly, it's a keeper. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of it. The next would be the Best of Uriah Heap. Still trying to find that Heap track that really does it for me. This one has, I have a couple other albums. I have Demons and Wizards. I have The Magician's Birthday. I feel like I might have one other one too. I'm not sure. This one's got Easy Livin'. That's probably their best known song. Gypsy, maybe. Look at Yourself. But, it was only $5. It's a really old pressing. It's got some ring wear, a lot of crackling on the vinyl, but I don't mind because, that's what my other ones sound like too. Again, still didn't really grab me. I'm having trouble connecting Uriah Heap to Black Sabbath and Deep Purple other than proximity, because those bands did have genuinely heavy sounds, and I'm not necessarily hearing it on Heap, but I keep trying. I picked up yet another Chuck Berry record. Okay, this one, it says As Seen on TV, so probably made in the 80s, and it also says digitally remastered. Well, that's the killer right there. I wish I hadn't seen that. It's just a collection of old Chuck Berry songs. I mean, you've got No Particular Place to Go, School Days, Roll Over Beethoven, Sweet Little Rock and Roller, Memphis, Tennessee, you know, etc. I don't know what kind of versions these are. I don't know any of that. It does sound nice and bright, you know, but it could have been taken off of a CD for all I know. But again, it was a Chuck record that I hadn't seen, and I just decided to grab it anyways. And then I got this one, The Best of Mott the Hoople, Greatest Hits, got Mott the Hoople. Another band that I've tried over the years to appreciate, and although I do like a couple of songs, because All the Way from Memphis is great, All the Young Dudes is great, you know, Bowie wrote that one, and a couple others are pretty good. I still sort of see them as just a good early 70s rock and roll band. Nothing exceptional, but very good. And All the Way from Memphis is a really good track. So my buddy and I then left Grapefruit Records, said goodbye to those folks, walked a block up to Vinyl Cup, and I bought this still sealed version of the Knack's second record called But the Little Girls Understand. And I've heard this album before in the past. I didn't open it to listen to it on the vinyl just yet. I mean, I'll get to it eventually, but the Knack is a decent band. You know, a lot of people have really strange feelings about them because they feel like that the Knack came along and then all of a sudden all these hard rock bands at the end of the 70s couldn't get deals and couldn't get whatever. It's similar to the way a lot of those same bands whine about at the early 90s. Oh, and then Nirvana came out, and oh no, if you had hair, if you wore spandex, you couldn't, you know, you were over. And they sound like Nirvana did it on purpose or something. And it's just such an oversimplification of what happens. Times change, trends change. Okay, bands that existed before that but didn't follow those trends, like a Guns N' Roses or like a, you know, Motley Crue or something like that. I mean, they still kept going. Metallica kept going. Anthrax kept going. You know, it didn't end metal. It just ended cheesy stuff. Whatever. I'm off on a tangent. That was the last record I got. It's decent. It was still sealed, although it didn't have much of an appeal to me because I don't collect the Knack, but that's why it was $9. I bought it anyways. I figure it's going to sound super fresh when I eventually take it out of the vinyl. So, all right, that ends this video. Nice, keeping it nice, short and sweet. Again, Grapefruit Records, new store in Omaha, and really great stuff, and I look forward to patronizing them again. Take care. Bye-bye.